Hi everybody. Today I got together with my landlord. My landlord is in his, I guess, early 60s, and his father, who was the original landlord where I live, he died almost a year ago now. And when I talked to his son, he was telling me he's going to start cleaning out a lot of Dad's old stuff. And of course, among the many things that Dad had in his house were a lot of records. And a lot of these are old records. So I was really excited to be given the opportunity to look at them before they got junked or given away to Goodwill or whatever he was going to do with them. He has not only LPs, but he has 45s, which I didn't really go through. There weren't many of them, and I could tell they were all routine stuff. So I didn't really spend much time with those. The LPs are what you might expect from an older person. A lot of Jerry Vale, Andy Williams, Jimmy Roselli, kind of stuff like that, Perry Como. A lot of stuff like you walk into an old thrift store. But I was able to find some things that I wanted because there's some Connie Francis in there, so I got some of her stuff, and including a couple of records that I needed that I never had before. So, in addition to all those that I found, I went through some 78s. His dad had a lot of old 78s. So I was able to get some pretty interesting ones, I guess, from that batch. And that's what I'm going to do with this video. I'm going to show you what I was given for free. I was able to cherry pick. His son, even though his son is in his 60s, he didn't recognize half the names here. He didn't recognize who Patsy Cline. He never heard of Patsy Cline. He didn't know a lot of the artists, and he's not a record guy, so he had no use for these records. So, all right, well, among the stuff that I salvaged we're going to start with this very common album, Herb Alpert, the Tijuana Brass. Now, this is What Now My Love. I got this from the landlord because it was in the shrink wrap. I already have a nice shrink wrap copy of this. In fact, I've recently gotten a haul of some nice Herb Alpert records, and I was playing some Herb Alpert lately. I really was realizing how much I enjoy the music. So I'm getting to be something of a Herb Alpert collection now. And I was just watching Scotty's Record Shop video where he did a update on Herb Alpert. So I'm not going to show all my albums in this one. I'm going to save them for a special Herb Alpert edition. Okay, here's Connie Francis that I needed. This was an album, Connie Francis, Do the Twist. This is not in great shape. It's funny though, my landlord's dad had 2 copies of Do the Twist. Both of them not really in great shape. That's why anybody out there who wants to do any trades with me, I might have some Connie Francis records they come across. Even if you see that I have some of these and I'm showing them in my videos, there's a possibility that I'll need an upgrade. Sometimes maybe the cover's good but the record's scratched, or vice versa, or something. So you have to piece together a lot of those. Now, here's a Connie Francis record that I'd never had. My landlord's record, Connie Francis Sings Folk Favorites. This is really, I don't know if it shows up, it's really in pretty bad shape, but the cover's all intact, In the back you can see you got like water stains and stuff here on the sides. So I'm looking for a better copy of this somewhere down the line. Here's one that was really in nice condition. It's in the shrink wrap with the price tag on it that he had, and I already had this in nice shape but not with the shrink, so I was happy to get this. Love Italian Style. And there were a lot of records. I went through a lot of records, a lot of record albums, and I really was only able to salvage these. And here's Diana Ross and the Supremes' Merry Christmas. This is a reissue, of course. I'm looking for a vintage copy of the Christmas music from the 60s. And that's really all album-wise that I was able to salvage. There was a lot more. Some of it was in really rough shape, and some of it was in really nice shape. But again, I get tempted sometimes. Do I really want to buy albums by, or even for free? Do I want to take albums by Jerry Vale if I'm not interested? I mean, they're really in nice shape. Now, the 78s that my landlord had, he had most of them in these interesting steel record cases for 78s. This one is empty, but this one has records in it. I have 2 of them, and I think it's really cool having these. So, I've got a 78 collection. The collection that I have so far is not nearly big enough to fill both of these cases up, and I think they'll do me for quite a while, because I'm very picky about the 78 records. These need to be cleaned, something awful, they're filthy. I found a couple of interesting records, and in fact, now that I think of it, I have one more sitting on my kitchen table, which I don't have ready for this video, so that's not going to work out. But look at these, are pretty interesting. I found these. They're Christmas cards with records on them. See, the back looks like this. You got the season's greeting, Christmas cards, and here's one of Santa. This one plays Santa Claus is Coming to Town. There's a record on there. Anyway, you can see the spindle hole. It's a round record on here. And you send it as a Christmas card, I guess. And this one plays Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and it's got a Christmas scene on it, and has a round record image on it, which may or may not be showing up well here. But I thought those were interesting enough to keep. Okay, now I'm going to put this case down and bring up the one that has the 78s in it. Show you what the 78s were that I was able to salvage. I felt bad that I couldn't find more records. These are the ones I got. I really wanted to be able to help the guy out, you know, and take a lot of this junk out for him, that he wouldn't have to get rid of it on his own. But I really didn't want most of it. So, the world looks so much brighter close up when you put these on. Alright, first one here. You know, anytime I see an RCA label, I get excited. Oh, Elvis Presley. Well, this is Perry Como. I took one. It's Papa Loves Mambo. And the reason I took that, quite frankly, is because of the Honeymooners. I mean, there's an episode called Mambo Loves Mambo. And that's the reason I took that one. Patti Page. He had a lot of Patti Page and Joni James. This is on Mercury, You Belong to Me. Here's RCA, Glenn Miller and his orchestra, In the Mood. So that was worth picking up. Let's see, the sunlight is really strong here. Okay, now I found a lot of Bill Haley in the Comets, which I thought were interesting. Now, I think they're scattered throughout here, so I'm not going to show them in any particular order. Here's one on Black Decca. This one's called Rock a Beatin' Boogie, and the other side is Burn That Candle. Here's a Frank Sinatra. There's a lot of Frank Sinatra, but you know, instead of taking all the Frank Sinatra records, and maybe I should be taking them all, I take the ones with songs that I know or like. This is Young at Heart on Purple Capital by Sinatra, so I took this one. Now here's, unless I'm wrong, probably the best find of the bunch, being that I'm into rock and roll. This is Bill Haley and the Comets on Decca Records, and this is Shake, Rattle, and Roll. So I think, you know, anytime I find a rock and roll record on 78, I'm always happy. And ABC Boogie is the B-side. Here's Teresa Brewer. I don't know, I just took it because of the name. I really don't know. Well, one side's got Skinny Minnie, and the other side has I Had Someone Else Before I Had You. When I think of Teresa Brewer, the one song that I really have sticking in my mind is the song Music, Music, Music. That's the song I really know from her. Here's the Four Aces, Love is a Many Splendored Thing, and Shine on Harvest Moon on Decca. Now we go back to Bill Haley. On this one, he's billed here on Bill Haley with Haley's Comets. You know, it's funny. I don't think I really, to this very second, and this is captured on film, realized that Bill Haley had to group the comets because of, well, wait a minute, am I thinking Frehley's comet? No, that's Ace Frehley, of course, Ace Frehley comet. Anyway, Frehley's, anyway, I never really thought of Haley's comet or anything like that. So anyway, one side is Crazy Man Crazy, and the other side is What You're Gonna Do. Here's the four tunes. The four tunes, one side is Marie, and the other side is I Gambled with Love. This is a Jubilee label. Here we have another Bill Haley with Haley's Comets. One side is Fractured on Essex, and the other side is Pat a Cake. Not patty cake, but pat a cake. And then when I saw records that say Chess on them, I got very excited. I was hoping that maybe there'd be some Chuck Berry, but there isn't. The Moon Glows, She's Gone is on one side, and the other side, Most of All. Here's another Chess record. I got all excited. It was the Moon Glows. One side is called Sincerely, and the other side is called Tempting. Here's another Bill Haley and his Comets. This song Mambo Rock on this side, and the other side is Birth of the Boogie. I was hoping for Rock Around the Clock or See You Later Alligator, but hey, I got Shake, Rattle, and Roll. That's pretty good. Here's another Bill Haley. This side is Chattanooga Choo Choo, which of course I know that song, and the other side is Straight Jacket. This now, this is a 33 1/3 10-inch. This just says Waldorf on it, Music Hall, Waldorf Music Hall, full dynamic range, high fidelity 33 1/3. It's got different people on here. It's got, well, here it's got See You Later Alligator, Rock Around the Clock, and Dim Dim the Lights on one side, 3 tracks. And the other side has got Shake, Rattle, and Roll, Razzle Dazzle, and Rock a Beat and Boogie. So I guess I'm a little lost here as to who's singing all of these. Is it all Bill Haley? If this is all Bill Haley, this is a pretty nice piece. Well, that went pretty fast, at least to me on my end. I don't know about you watching it, but I just thought I'd share this with you viewers. Nothing really great here, but just being lucky enough to come into some records just like that have been sitting in the house down below for a long many years, and then being able to cherry pick some of the ones I wanted. So thanks for watching, and take care.